question gets on a lot of people's minds, like especially for underclassmen. How much were your high school efforts worth it on your college applications? Like, was studying for the SAT worth it, for example?
Okay, I have opinions on this. So you have to be able to balance what you love with school and also figure out how to combine the two. And I think that a lot of people get really confused because they'll just think like they'll find out things that they think that they're supposed to be doing and they'll think that's what they're going to put in their college app. When in reality, what you want to put in your college app is stuff that you're passionate about and stuff that you're going to be doing in a college environment. So figuring out what your values are and what you love to do in high school, that's the stuff that's going to make the difference in your college app, the stuff that's going to set you apart. Like I know a lot of kids that they do sports just because they want to put it on their college app and for no other reason. Or they'll do a club like, oh, it looks really good on a college app, so I'm just gonna do it even though I don't really care about what I'm doing. And that's not what's gonna help you. So thankfully I think that I kind of figured that out in the beginning of my high school career. So all of the efforts that I did in high school, I feel like paid off because I did what I was passionate about, and now I can put what I'm passionate about on my application. And about the SAT, yes, it is. I'm. It depends. I know a kid who studied for a week and got a 1600. But it took me. I studied for a really long time to get the score that I got. And I know a lot of it. Just figuring out what your study plan is the best way to do the SAT stuff. The whole testing situation is based on how you study and how you work. It's going to be different for every single person. But personally, for me, studying hard and for a lot of time worked for me. But I know someone who didn't study at all and got the same score as me. So whatever really works for you is what's going to work.
You think your studying like helped your app? Sorry, I interrupted, but
Studying my college application.
Yeah.
For us, it's like it's hard to answer because standardized tests like matter so much less for us now.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
Because I didn't get to put any subject SATs on my college application, but I think that studying was worth it for the SAT for me personally because I'm also a big studier. So I'd say yes for me personally.
Yeah, but it probably varies for everybody else, right?
Yeah, 100%. And don't sacrifice like your social life for SAT studying. I know kids who they took the SAT like in 9th grade and like they were studying for 4 years, which is okay, but that just definitely was you're sacrificing a lot of like social time to do that. So I think making sure that you balance your social life as well is good.
I'm sorry, Sophie, I cut you off, but what were you saying?
Oh, no worries at all. So I was just going to add on to what Eva said. Made obviously a lot of really good points. And, regarding the SAT things, everyone is different and everyone's going to learn differently. So I have to say, in terms of things like the SAT, really, you can't compare yourself to other people because I know it's called like, the standardized test, but it's not truly standardized in that there are some people that are going to be paying for these prep courses for 4 years and, having coaches that are going to help them. There are going to be some people who don't really care about their score. And the truth is everyone learns differently and everyone has different strengths. So really you can't compare yourself to other people in that regard because you're not defined by your test scores. And I know if you're striving for a certain number and you don't get it, it's disappointing. I've been in that situation. And it's easy to question, whether you're good enough, whether this is really defining your aptitude and your intellect, but it's not. You're defined by so much more than that. So you really cannot compare yourself to a number or to other people because everyone's different and it doesn't make you better or worse than anyone else, to get a higher or lower test score. And I think similarly, in terms of extracurriculars, everyone's going to have different extracurriculars. Some people are into sports. Some people have no athletic ability at all, like me. And, I think like Eva said, don't do something just for the sake of putting it on your college application, because the truth is everyone's going to be able to see through it. Find what you're passionate about, find what you love, and you're going to be better off for it. First of all, you're going to have something that you're going to want to continue and that you're really passionate about, and that's going to shine through. And also the skills that you learn when you're doing something you love are going to be much stronger than the skills that you gain when you're dragging your feet doing something just because you want to put it on a piece of paper. Right, like Eva and I are both super involved with StuGov and the music and theater departments. And I think you can probably agree, Eva, that the skills we've gotten through that, of organization, being able to adapt to a situation, being able to collaborate with other people, those are super valuable. And even if we don't continue those activities in college, because we were so involved and so genuinely passionate about them in high school, we're going to take those skills of collaboration and organization, and we're going to be able to carry those with us and apply them to other situations throughout our lives. So I think basically the bottom line is do what you're passionate about. Don't compare yourself to others, because everyone's got their own story and everyone has their own interests and skills. And, that's great for everybody. And it doesn't make you better or worse than someone else to have different sets of skills and different sets of interests. So, be true to yourself, do what you love, and just have fun.
So she said that so eloquently. I would like to add one like more small thing, like technical thing, about, since you brought up standardized testing. A lot of colleges are moving away from making that an important part of the application because of COVID this year, and it's going to continue throughout the rest of kids who are going to be applying. So don't spend too much time doing too much of the SAT stuff. Just putting it out there.
Work hard, your best, but don't let it define you.
Yes.
Like I felt, as being an underclassman, I felt that pressure and I know of it. But like hearing you guys, you've done everything, you follow your passion, it's worked for you guys. It's gives me peace of mind. If that's anything.